what happened to the employment situation? What happened to the employment situation in the late 90s? And it was in the late 90s, I'd say, what was going on with respect to employment in 1997 and 1998? Like here in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area, what was happening to the employment situation in 1997 and 1998? The job market was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It seemed like there were, like a job applicant could have the choice of any job. And what was happening to wages and salaries? Very, very rapidly. And that's what the new economy advocates hadn't counted on. Because the only way to hire someone was to hire that person away from somebody else. And so the wages and salaries were rising extraordinarily rapidly. And therefore, even though things were getting more efficient, what happened to costs? And that, no one had counted on that, because that particular problem had not happened before. And so even though the productivity was going north after 1997, what happened to the profit margins? They headed south. And the whole thing came to an end. Now, it didn't come to an end right away, did it? Even though the data was there, even though the warning lights were flashing, it didn't come to an end in 97, 98, or 99. But it took a couple more years before it really became obvious. And then the whole thing collapsed. Okay. Kevin. Oh, well, that's an opportune time. So listen, here's what I want everyone to do. What I want you to do is the following. Let's go back. Let's go back to the first chart. You've already seen the second chart. And here's what I want you to do. Does everyone see the little dialog boxes below? Enter the value for the 500 and so forth, right? Okay, you're going to say, well, I'd like to do that and update the chart, but where do I get the numbers? That's why we're here today. So what I want you to do is go up here to the top and click on Back to Seminars page. And then what I want you to do is go over here to Economic Indicators and click on Economic Indicators. Voila, as they say in France. And here we are. Now, ignore the first one for the time being, the Index of Leading Economic Indicators. But if you scroll down the page, you can see that here's a number of items that we've looked at, all the way down to the ratio of price to unit labor cost. Does everybody see that? Mm-hmm. We've looked at these already. And as you can see, over on your right, there's a number of steps, right? Step 1, step 2 on how to do it. So here's my suggestion to you. Why don't you break into just pairs? Sorry, way in the back, but yeah, you're on your own. Break up into pairs.
No worries.
Okay, you can handle it. Break up into pairs, and it will make it easier, right? One person reads the instructions, and the other person goes to the web. Otherwise, you're jumping back and forth. It's a little easier to do it if you've got some with you. And go through, and here's what I want you to do, obviously. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get the latest data, update it, and now, using the knowledge we've gained, where's the stock market now? When I say the stock market, what do I mean? The S&P 500. Where are the earnings? Where's the price-earnings ratio? Where's the profits? Where's the, you go, oh, I can't do all that. And sure you can do it. I mean, my point is it's easy and it's free. There's no website on here that will charge you a nickel. So it's easy and free. So you can do it. Trust me. Okay. So what I want you to do is go through it and find the numbers. And just to show you, once you get the numbers, just go back to the charts. And let's see. let's say we have the S&P 500. And let's say I go to S&P 500, and let's say the latest data is 1450 for the S&P 500. Or maybe it's 1420. What is it, 1420 something? Or I'll put in
1430.
I'll put in 1424. Just, and let's see what happens. So, the little blue line, you see the extension to the line in light? It carries it up. I've just focused on the most recent data here, just for since the year 2000. And so what I want you to do is just get the numbers and plug them in, right? But don't make up the numbers. And you can just click over here and start over. Does everybody understand? All right. So now's a good time to get started.